My first memory involving profanity was when I was around 3, maybe 4 years old, and I said something while at the grocery store with my stepmom. I can't tell you exactly what I said, maybe it was bastard, ass, or bitch. Who really knows? All I know is that I got slapped, yelled at, and sent to my room as soon as we got home. Clearly, as a 3-year-old, I had no clue what was happening, but I knew that cussing was not something that my parents liked me doing. I remember being extremely confused growing up because my dad and my stepmom were most concerned with their children using profanity, even though they were the ones we learned it from.
We're gone.
Oh, fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge. I said the word. The big one. The queen mother of dirty words. The F-dash-dash-dash word.
What did you say? That's what I thought you said. You know what your son just said?
No, what?
I'll tell you what he said. Ready? Sophie!
You ready to tell me? All right. Where did you hear that word?
Now, I had heard that word at least 10 times a day from my old man. My father worked in profanity the way other artists might work in oils or clay. It was his true medium, a master. But I chickened out, and I blurted out the first name that came to mind.
Schwartz!
Oh, I see.
One experience I had in high school that really stands out was in 10th grade. I had this teacher. He was more like that guy that only wanted a degree in education to be a high school football coach than a teacher, though. I mean, this guy was no Coach Carter. He would put the football players he had in class in the front row because he really wanted to make sure they could keep their grades up, and that's the sacrifice you have to make for high school football. He also didn't make much of an effort to talk to anyone else in class. About halfway through the year, the teacher overheard me calling my friend an asshole. I would understand why he wouldn't want the use of profanity in his class if he didn't allow his football players to say whatever they pleased. One day he got fed up and took me out of class to talk about it. When I asked him why he was so focused on me, his response was that it was unladylike and he was worried that my language would prevent me from getting far in life. So why is something as simple as a word seen as so offensive? Why is it banned from television? And why is it the reason why some books are burned? What about this equals free expression? For God's sake, it's 2013, and I'm sure people are still out there burning books and chanting about immorality and sin. I once watched Harry Potter in church, and there are others out there burning it at church. Most of the books I read outside of school use some sort of profanity, but those are the books I remember. Actually, I'm not even sure if I could tell you any of the books that I actually did read in school. I believe if we became desensitized to the material, it could actually be appreciated for the message hiding behind what is considered profane. I have grown, of course, since high school and know when to use professional language, but I still don't think that means that those around me should censor my expression of myself. Many people get their most basic sense of morality from the Bible, which in itself is filled with violence, rape, and abuse. How is that not worse than some word that someone can say? In my opinion, cuss words are just words. Sure, they hold meaning, but that meaning is dependent on context. Censorship is just another way to keep us close-minded. For centuries now, those in power, whether it be the government, church, whoever, have tried to hold back free thought. For me, allowing my everyday speech to be censored by those around me is surrendering one of my rights as a human, and that's not one I'm willing to give up.